everyone, I'm Helen McConnell from helenmcconnell.com. I'm a certified EFT tapping practitioner. I'm an author, speaker, teacher, and private practitioner. By listening to this video, you agree to the terms located at helenmcconnell.com/disclaimer. Have you ever wondered why it can be so hard to change even when you want to change? The interesting thing is change is inevitable. I mean, it's happening all the time. We can't stop change. And yet, oftentimes we resist change. And I'm going to invite you to consider that not resisting is the easiest way to go. But learning how to not resist isn't as easy. Think of it this way. If you were able to spread your arms and stand on the edge of a huge feather bed and just fall back into that bed, would you resist, or would you just allow yourself to fall into it? It's that allowing feeling. If you didn't know that you could trust that bed, you might be a little hesitant and you wouldn't fall as gracefully, trust me. So I'm inviting you to not resist the inevitable changes in life and the things that are calling you to go forward. So let's do some tapping today on shame, because I believe that shame is one of the things that keeps us stuck. It's probably one of the biggest reasons people don't change. Shame and limiting beliefs. Wouldn't you like to live a more potentiated life? Don't you feel like you have more potential that you'd like to express in this lifetime? Let's clear up the shame and see what we can do. Underneath your shame, the same as underneath mine, I carried shame for so long. I didn't know why. I didn't know what it was all about. And I thought it was because I had done something horrible. And that if I looked under the shame, I would discover something horrible that I had done that I could never live with. And maybe that's why I felt so much shame. But it turns out that's not really the case. And even if you have done something horrible, let's learn to forgive ourselves, okay? So what I discovered was the shame in and of itself was keeping me safe from my essential self, from my true self, from the part of me that someone told me or implied that it wasn't okay to be that part of me. So I hid it away somewhere. It's not physical, but I hid it away and covered it in shame so I would never have to feel that rejection again. So let's tap on this shame. First of all, I want you to just notice where you've been holding this shame. Where in your body do you feel it? And for some, they feel it's kind of like they've been dragging it behind them, carrying a backpack full of shame or a big bag or whatever it is for you. Just notice where you've been carrying that shame. The feeling of shame, the emotion of shame makes us shrink and be smaller, and really oftentimes can bring us to become victims. Not saying they always go together, but when we have a lot of shame, we can't stand in our greatest self. And a lot of things that are happening in the media today, I realize come because some of these people had so much shame when they were growing up that they couldn't be themselves. And so even though they became rich and powerful, they used their wealth and their power against other people. They sort of wanted to spread that shame around. That's the way I see it. So let's clear up the shame. You'll begin to learn to express yourself. You'll be happier, more fulfilled, and more whole. And it takes some practice, really. Like, don't expect this to change completely overnight, but let's begin to practice. See if you can feel better and better. Let's start now. Feel into the shame and notice how intense it is. On a scale of 0 to 10, rate the intensity of your shame right now. And note the number. Okay, so it may be a 10, it may be a 5, maybe a 4. Whatever it is, there's no judgment here. This is just so you can measure the difference. And tap along with me. I assume you know the tapping points. If you don't, you can go watch my Tapping Basics video on my website. But tap along. It won't take long for you to get the hang of it. Starting on the side of your hand, repeat after me. Even though I carry this shame, I love and accept myself. Even though I've been carrying this shame for as long as I can remember, I love and accept myself. Even though this shame was given to me as a way to keep me from standing out, I love and accept myself. And I forgive myself and anyone else who participated in this shame. And now we tap around, starting at the top of the head. Repeat after me. This shame on the eyebrow. I feel like I was born with it. For as long as I can remember, and even longer, I've felt shame. This shame I've been holding it in my body. It's kept me from doing lots of things. And it's kept me from enjoying even more things. And we're just going to keep going around, top of the head. This shame, it can feel so intense. My face gets flushed. My solar plexus withdraws and shrinks inward. I want to hide myself. I don't want anyone to know what's hiding behind this shame. And I don't know if you can see, I'm tapping under the arm. So I'm keeping it safe behind a wall of shame. And we're going to go right back to the top of the head and keep tapping, because this is a big topic. This shame. I wonder what it's hiding. Whatever it is, it must be awful. It must be unacceptable and unforgivable. I better not go looking behind this shame. Someone might find out who I really am. And I might be rejected. Under the arm here. This shame keeps me safe. Top of the head. But I wonder if it's possible that I hid my true self under this shame too. Way back when I was told not to shine. I wonder if I could find my true self in there. Under this shame. I thought this shame was keeping me safe. But maybe it's just keeping me small. Maybe I don't need to keep this wall up anymore. Before we go around again, imagine looking into the darkness of the shame with a loving light, as if you're trying to find something that's hiding in there, and speak softly to whatever it is, because it's part of you, whatever's hiding in the midst of that shame. The shame isn't you, but the thing that's hiding is. It's been in hiding for a long time. And it's as scared of you as you are of it. That's the way to look at it. Just shine that loving light, speak softly, and encourage it to come out. and tell you what it needs, what it wants, and integrate it back into you, whatever it is. Okay, now we keep tapping, top of the head. I'm ready to shine a loving light into the darkness of shame. I'll just take a peek at what's under that shame. I'll be sure to look with a loving eye and speak softly to whatever is under there. The shame isn't real. It just feels real. I'm ready to let go of some of the shame. I'm ready to let some of it go. We'll go around for a couple more rounds. Oh my. I'm seeing my most amazing self in there. Shrinking away in fear. That's the part of me that I've been missing. That's the part of me that I've been needing. I'm grown up now. It doesn't matter what my parents think anymore. My courage is in there too. What a treasure I've been hiding away. It's time to unearth that treasure and share it with the world. I forgive myself for hiding this away for so long. I didn't know any better. I'm excited to bring my essential treasure to the surface. And see what I can create. I'm feeling more excited about it now. Maybe I really can change. Okay, take a nice deep breath in and out. Re-rate the intensity of your shame now. Really sense into it now and see if it's shifted at all. See if it's loosened up a little bit. And to be honest, sometimes when we tap on a particular topic like shame, sometimes the shame level goes up because we've been working so hard to ignore it. So that's okay too. But don't stop. If the shame level has gone up, if the intensity level has gone up, be sure and keep tapping. You can use these same words or just tap around. Notice your shame until it calms back down again. Okay? And we want it to go down, hopefully down to eventually a 0, a 1, a 2, somewhere around there. But I'll share honestly with you, when I first started tapping on my own shame, it took a really long time because I had been holding on to some family shame that I didn't even know about. So I tapped on all the events and all the shameful things I'd ever done, tapped on all that stuff to try to get this out of my system, and I still felt a lot of shame. So one day in my meditation, I said, basically, what is this about? I don't get it. I can't find the cause of this shame. And sort of this voice came into my being, and it said, it's not yours. So we carry our family shame, we carry collective community shame, we carry our ancestors' shame, we carry the shame of being whatever race or nationality or gender we are, all of that stuff, we carry it with us, and it's time to let it go. That's a lot of baggage to carry around. So notice, did other emotions come to the surface when you started tapping on the shame, kind of getting a grip on the shame? A lot of times there's some other stuff hiding under there as well. Just make a note of those other emotions, and you can begin to tap on those too. I've got lots of videos that can help you get started. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And be sure to watch the next video in this series, and it's called How Do I Stop Telling Myself the Old Stories? And that will help you get even greater results, because once the shame is gone, sometimes we still have a habit of saying, well, I'm just not good enough, or I just can't do that. It's just an old habit. So in the next video, I'll be sharing some ways to clear those old stories. I do work with a select few individuals doing private sessions by video conference call. If you're interested in working with me, so go to my website, helenmcconnell.com, where you can get more information. You can scroll down to the bottom of the page to schedule an appointment, and from that place you can schedule a consultation. I don't work with anybody until we've had a consultation. We want to make sure there's a good fit. I hope this has been helpful for you. You can leave feedback in the comments below. Thanks for watching.